Hey, I'm Scott and welcome back to the Practical Kung Fu YouTube channel. So in a few of our previous recent videos, I covered the three primary straight line punching techniques that we learn in Kung Fu. And that was the upset punch, straight punch, and a vertical punch. The caveat with all three of those is that you need to train them regularly in order to employ them effectively if you're ever in a confrontation. The issue that many people have when they're potentially in a fight in a bar fight situation or out in the street or whatever is they often will throw punches with their fists and break their hand because they don't have proper training. So in the world of combatives, one of the ways that we kind of get around that is by teaching the palm heel strike. So the palm heel is this meaty part at the bottom of your hand, and you can actually strike a very hard surface without worrying too much about injuring yourself. So I've got, my garage is made of concrete block. And as you can see, I'm hitting that wall pretty hard, and it hurts, but I'm not breaking any bones or anything. So ultimately, if we're faced with a street confrontation, we want to end the fight as quickly as possible. The best way to do that is to knock that person out. And the way to knock them out is to basically shake their brain significantly with some sort of a strike to the jaw, side of the head, behind the head, or whatnot. The issue with throwing with fists, closed fists, and hitting a solid object is when you have two solid objects coming together, there could be damage to both, and you don't want to break a hand if you're in a street fight, especially if you're dealing with multiple people. So a good replacement tactic is the palm heel strike, that we can strike to a hard object and still accomplish the same thing. So if I'm going at this heavy bag with a vertical punch off a lead side, I can hit that pretty hard. But you'll see I can also hit it pretty hard with a palm heel strike and pretty much get the same kind of movement. And the beauty of this is that I don't have nearly as much fear of breaking a bone as I'm throwing this technique. So the way we throw this, if I'm working from the horse stance, first of all, hand in chamber, it comes out similarly to a vertical punch. So that forearm pushes out in front of the hip, in front of the shoulder, and there's an upward angle to it. The hand opens up, and then we strike with this bottom part of the hand. When we're throwing this technique, we want to stay nice and relaxed, and at that last second kind of get that push forward with that bottom part of our hand as we're throwing that strike. That gives us a little bit extra speed as we're throwing that. So this strike can be thrown off of the lead side, so I've got my left hand forward, and then off the reverse side as well. So this is a really good technique that you can work very hard into the heavy bag without worrying too much about scraping knuckles or hurting your knuckles, you know, if you're going too hard into the bottom of the bag. And it's really all you need to focus on is getting that proper alignment so that you have the power. So the palm heel strike can go to the head, and then we can also go to the body by just angling the fingers out to the side. So it's a great technique for getting into the rib cage. So if you're down low, you've dodged a strike coming in, you ducked, you can shoot that palm heel strike right into the ribs and cause some good damage that way as well. So that's your palm heel strike. This is a very important strike that you're going to want to practice significantly going forward in your overall combatives kind of training, and it's also useful in Kung Fu as well. All right, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out our website, practical-kungfu.com, and thanks for stopping by.